Hello! Happy Saturday, or something like that. Tired. Work today. It was kind of nice in the morning, you know, warm, slight breeze, and then it rained for most of the pretty much all the afternoon. Not heavy rain, but the kind of rain that you still need to put a jacket for. So yeah, it wasn't cold and horrible. I didn't need to like extra layers, but yeah, it was. See, tired. But how are you? You tired? You well? I had ribs for dinner. I had ribs with some salad and some sweet corns, and it was nice. The t-shirt today is Harry Potter Love Potion one, which again, more likely from Geek Gear. Most of my Harry Potter ones are from Geek Gear now. I've got a few that I bought sort of randomly for them, but yeah. If it's HP, it's more likely then. Anyway, how's it going? You know, you good? You good? 3 days this week. Not a whole lot to report otherwise, just kind of, you know, I did a day's work. I got the rucksack. And some licorice. Do you like licorice? It's there in the corner, it means getting up. I'll do it later. But yeah, physically, the body of my old rucksack is still in one piece, but the side buttons, all the side pockets are all sort of getting ripped to shite, and just it's looking a bit worse for wear. I might keep it as a random bag to like chuck things in, because it's still good. It works as a bag. Just the pockets and everything else is a bit. So I'll sort that out later. So yeah, got a nice smart black bag. More of a traditional rucksack, but it's good. 15 quid. Got some licorice. I have no money now, but I have no money now in the good way that I've actually paid a couple of bills, or in one case part of a bill. I settled a balance on one and I've put money towards another. So I've got no money left, but I've taken care of some big business. So there you go, all good. I know, I get more rambly when I'm tired. I'm sorry. Yeah, should we look at the queue of the day? Should we see what's occurring in the big book of questions? We're getting there. Remember when it was just over here? Now we're over here, and it's going to be over there. Before you know it, it'll be all the way over there. Woo! Do you believe in ghosts? Write out the scariest ghost story you've ever heard. I suppose in this case that we just tell you. I don't know. Again, like with the alien thing, I don't want to be dismissive of the idea of the paranormal. Because I don't know. Do I believe in, you know, spooky boos in, you know, white sheets with holes in them? Probably not. Do I believe in the idea of violent poltergeists? Again, not something I've ever encountered in my life. But do I believe in some form of spirit world? I see no evidence against it. You know, the idea that, I mean, in the very plausible sense, I mean, okay, not plausible, wrong word. Just to give you an example, my nan, my dad's mum, died when I was about 8 or 9. And around that same time, my baby cousin Nikki died. And it was sad. I'm sure I was sad at the time. With Nan, I sometimes wonder, you know, it would be nice to sort of have grown up with her because I did like her. So yeah, I guess the ghost of her memory kind of lives on. I know one time me and my cousins were just talking about her one time, she came up for some reason. And being the oldest, not all of them have memories of her. With Nikki, you know, she was a baby. She'd be, how old's Amanda now? Amanda's in her early 20s. So yeah, Nikki will be in her mid to late 20s because she's Amanda's older sister, I think. Yeah, because my sister... Actually, no, the other cousins may have hit 30 already. Because it's, well, yeah, I mean, cousin Darren has, my sister has. Darren older? I can't remember. So, yeah, but anyway, so Nikki would be definitely up there. So I sometimes wonder... Shush! Trying to talk about ghosts! I sometimes wonder what kind of person she would have been. So those kind of ghosts, you know, the familial ghosts, the ghosts of the past, the memories that we have or don't have, they're real. You know, they're not necessarily tangible, but ghosts aren't supposed to be tangible, are they? But historic ghosts, like, you know, if you go to this place, you will meet the ghost of Chaucer. Or something like this. I went to Chaucer because he's in my Simpsons game now. I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, you can go to places and they can feel weird. Like, I'm not sure about this, you know, like, yeah, the weird feelings that you sometimes get in certain places. It can, I believe in that. Can't say I've experienced it too much myself. I mean, you know, with people you can get a weird vibe. But I can't say... I probably have, but in places that are very much alive, like, you know, walking into a pub and like, I'm not sure about this place, you know, but that's not necessarily a bad vibe, it's just, don't like it. Stories. I actually kind of do have a story. It's not mine, but, and I wouldn't call it scary, but it is interesting. I'm going to try and remember it as best I can. Basically, Mum and her friend... JD were in as a town outside Peterborough. I think it's just outside Peterborough. JD was living there at the time. She thinks it still is. Called Wisbeach, I think it is. And Mum had never been there, as far as she could remember. And I've never been there myself, actually. I'd like to go because it sounds like a pretty little place. But she went to places, they were doing like the normal kind of touristy things of like going to places of interest. Like you would, and especially with, you know, I mean, yeah, you can do the big city tours and see like the big posh buildings and stuff like that. But I find that the smaller places, you know, the you know, the villages and like with the quirky little church in the end of the wonky road, you know, they can be just far more fascinating. So yeah, she went to this place for as far as she knew, certainly in her adult life, the first time, and had a thing. I don't know if I should say she described it as a vision or just a presence, or like a very strong deja vu. And she was like, "I've been here before, and I remember this place, and it looked like this," and she was describing all these things. And it was, you know, it was like, oh, wait on, going here is kind of strange, and oh, I feel kind of sad here, and I don't know, this is just, you know, oh, there's a dog by my feet, and you know, all this stuff. And like I said, I wasn't here. She's the one telling the story, and JD kind of, very, you know, backs her up on it. Turns out, after having done some research, and this is definitely a few years ago. This is like, I think possibly before we even lived in Peterborough ourselves. So this is got to be at least 25, 30 years ago. So we were talking pre-internet, definitely. So she would have had to like library research or actual books. And it turns out that area, that place that she was describing, according to the books she found, was the path that Mary Queen of Scots took before her final, you know, days at the Tower. You know, it was one of the last places she visited before being killed. and which is kind of weird in itself, and that's an interesting story. And I've never done any independent research into that, so I probably should do it. But the weird thing, I don't know if you call it scary, but the weird spooky part about that story is my mum's middle name is Maria, which we all found kind of interesting. And I don't know why it's Maria. She's got 2 older sisters. I don't know what their middle names are, but yeah, she's Gillian Maria. And yeah, she went this place that she's never been to, and was describing all this stuff. So I guess that's more of a reincarnation story. I don't know if I believe in reincarnation either. I'm not even sure Mum necessarily believes in reincarnation, but from the way I remember she was describing it, it's not that she believes she was a reincarnation, just that she felt that maybe she was touched by the spirit at that point. And if there's a question about reincarnation stories in later on in the book, I was like, well, I just told my best reincarnation story. Go back to 132, you know, it's all in there. So yeah, not a scary story. Maybe if there is a reincarnation story, I'll think of a reincarnation question. I'll find a ghost story to tell for that one. Just swap them over. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Really, it's not. I mean, ghosts as, you know, projected images. I mean, Pepper's ghost I believe in because I know how that works. In theory, I've never tried to set it up myself. I don't know, you know, like a back projection thing. But, you know, a ghost of someone go, ooh. Restless spirits is a possibility, maybe. But it depends on who you believe, you know, if you believe in afterlife. But a kind of spirit world, sure. Ghosts of people past that live in our memories for definite. So, not a hard no, but not an overly positive yes. It's like, you know, it'll probably be easier to show me evidence that it is true if it's really, really strongly compelling than if it isn't true. Because, well, it's not true because of these reasons, but okay, that's your experiments. I could do that experiment myself, you know. Lack of evidence isn't a lack of proof. I think that's a thing. So yeah. Anyway, we're wittering on too far now. But you can follow me here. Because why not? And shout out to Spooky Boo because I did sort of name check her, even though I haven't watched her videos. But if you like spooky stories, she's probably got better ones. The main reason I haven't listened to looked at them any is because I don't know. I have to listen to a couple of them in a day before I listen to them at night. But anyway, yes, thank you for listening to my wittering, because it is getting into wittering mode now. I told you I'm tired. I get more rambly when I'm tired. But anyway, yes, thanks for watching, especially you who are here now. You are one of the awesome people. I will not have anything said against you. Thank you for your time. I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.